I'm finally back after a year-long hiatus. And if you looked at the title and you're thinking, oh my gosh, you're 8 months sober, congratulations. Well, to that I say, thanks. Thanks for noticing. This video is to share my journey through sobriety and to answer questions regarding my hiatus from YouTube and Twitch. A friend messaged me recently saying she needed my help and that she wanted to get sober. So it inspired me to share this story with you all, and hopefully it can help you guys as well. Now, the most important thing to note here is that there is no magic one-size-fits-all solution to getting sober. What works for one person might not work for another. So, while unfortunately there is no blanket fix for this, the positive spin on that is that you deserve to go easy on yourself through this process while you find your own path through your journey of sobriety. I'm happy to share what helped me, and I encourage you to reach out to other sober folks in your life as well, because you may find that taking different bits and pieces from the different roads traveled will help you find what works best for you. So for me, the first several times I genuinely tried to get sober, I would get to a point where I would say to myself, okay, just this one time. You know, I have willpower now. Things will be different if I use now. And it would always, without fail, quickly make me spiral into addiction again. Because once I got a taste of not being sober again, I would get sucked back into it like quicksand. And no boundaries or rules that I set for myself would work. I never kept my promises to myself when I said, I'll just do it on the weekends, or okay, I'll do it on weekdays too, but not until the evening. Or okay, mornings too, but not when I have to work. Or okay, while working, but definitely not while driving. And so on and so forth until quickly, once again, I would be high all the time. So my new mantra became, doing this once could mean every day for the next 5 years. I want to give a huge shout out to my friend and one of the followers of the stream, Legendary Danny, who shared his version of that mantra with me. It's been incredibly just a helpful cornerstone to my sobriety. The mantra itself helped keep me sober, and for me, staying sober has been much easier than getting sober. And that's not to say sobriety is easy per se, but the longer that I go without it, personally, the less that I miss or crave it, because it's no longer a habit. Breaking the habit is the part that can feel intimidating and frustrating. Again, I'm just speaking through my lens and through my own experience. This is not meant to be a one-size-fits-all cure for what you're going through. When I talked to my friend about this, though, she said it was shocking to hear my experience because it's exactly what she had done when she had tried to get sober. She would always say, you know, just this once, and even if she had gone months without it, and then end up falling back down into this spiral. And getting sober alone is fucking tough. Really fucking tough. Because getting sober involves a lot of support from friends, support from loved ones, and I know that I'm privileged in this sense that I have people that I can trust in these regards. You know, I learned that the type of people that you want in your life are the people who, when you say that you're getting sober, they say, that's awesome, good for you. And not the type that are like, aw, that's no fun, or you just have to learn moderation, man, or maybe you just haven't found the right strain. If someone in your life tells you that they are getting sober, please don't say that shit. Even if you mean well, don't. Just support them and be encouraging. And if you want to get sober, it is 100% healthy and valid to say to your friends, hey, I'm trying to get sober, and it would really help me if you don't smoke or drink around me or use around me. Because friends who love you and who support you and want to see you succeed will respect that. And they will want to do what they can to be a pillar of support in your journey. Personally, I went to rehab for a month. I didn't graduate it. In fact, like a true quitter, I quit a third of the way through. But having something as part of my routine that involved connecting with people, that didn't involve getting intoxicated, was really helpful. And I felt like there was a lot of solidarity and accountability in being part of a group that was on that journey. So even after I left, a friend and I continued to do check-ins the way they did in rehab, just one-on-one. In solidarity, my friend quit coffee while I quit weed and booze, and we also celebrated milestones together. I bought myself some plastic chips online, and each time I reached another month sober, I'd pull another one out of the drawer and hang it on my wall by the steps. And when I walk past it, I could just see this long line of progression, and it feels so good to just look at how far I've come. And my friends, each time I made it another month, they would say encouraging things, and that support was huge. So for me, and maybe for you guys, getting an accountability buddy was nice, to have that solidarity and support. Even though my friend was just quitting coffee, it felt really nice and really special that he was quitting in solidarity to support me. And I'm really grateful for the people in my life who have helped me get to where I'm at now. I feel like I should be holding like an Oscar award. Like, I'd like to thank my friends and my rehab. I watched a Kirkgazette. How do you say that? Kirk,
Kurz gesagt.
Kurzgesagt.
Kurz gesagt.
Kurzgesagt. I know. Kurzgesagt. What if the entire rest of the video was me just trying to pronounce this? I watched a video of theirs that talked about how habits are like traversing through a forest, where whenever you first go through it, it's full of vines and brush that you have to cut through, and it's very arduous. And the more times that you go through it, you're stomping the grass down, you keep walking through it over and over again, and it becomes a path, a road, a highway. And for me, drugs became a part of that routine. And it took a lot of support to break that routine. And similarly, when I was streaming all the time, I spend hours of research for every video that I do on this channel. Researching, writing, revising, setting up the background, doing my makeup.
Ow, it burns. Ow, this was a mistake.
Charging my mic and streaming for 2 hours. And when I was doing that all the time, it didn't feel too much like work because I had already made that path. And that path had been walked on so many times that it felt easy. And now that I haven't made a video in over a year, I have a stream that I never even posted. I have 2 streams that I mostly wrote but never finished because I would just feel stuck. And that's why for this video, it's not a stream, and I spent less time prepping than usual because, well, I didn't want it to be some half-assed bullshit, because I put care into my content. But I finally wanted to get myself out of this hole and post something meaningful that would explain my absence. And I'm hoping this can be a huge step towards making and creating content into a habit again. So sometimes I get comments from you guys and you're like, hey, when are you coming back to YouTube? And I love your videos. And I just want to say those comments mean so much to me. And they've been a huge inspiration to get me to keep going. And I am so grateful for you guys. So thanks for watching and stay tuned. Aww, I love you. You're good boys.